Check, here we go. RTX voice was not loving me. So, sorry about that, guys. Let me, now that I got the sound working, let me flip over. Here we go. Wait, I'll transition. There we go. All right, everything's working. How is everybody tonight? Hopefully you had a good weekend. I had plenty of fun. Hold on, let me turn off the sound on this iPad that is now streaming my audio back to you. Sorry guys, here we go. I will get my stuff together one of these days. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend like I was saying. I had fun out in Phoenix with the Hillsong Phoenix crew, College USA. Hillsong College USA at Phoenix. Those guys. One of my longtime friends over there, Tyler Brayland, who looks after chapels and worship and things like that, is out there. So it's good to spend time with him and see his family, his wife, and everything. And then be a part of their grad ceremony or celebration. It was a lot of fun. Got to mix that. I had the opportunity to record some stuff and do some fun capturing for future videos and live streams for you guys. So that'll be really, really good. I should take a minute and actually verify because I had a bit of a hiccup with this stream a second ago. So let me just verify that we are live on the platforms. Okay, looks like, yep, okay, it looks like YouTube is going good. Let's see about Facebook. I apologize if you hear the Ice Cream Man. Apparently the Ice Cream Man has got a new career during the quarantine times. Let's see here. Okay. Facebook is being a pain, or is it actually working? Nope, looks like Facebook's up and running. Yep. All right, cool. And then we'll just check on one last place to see if things are working. I don't believe it worked, but it'll probably go out in a few. That's all right. We got a few minutes to wait for people to hop on anyway. Where's my feed? Tweets. Yeah, it looks like the automated announcement didn't go out. So we will just shoot one out real quick. And oops, I'm accidentally caps locking. I got fat fingers. That's what happens. And Facebook. Sorry guys, I am just gonna punch this out here and let's see, and I need a link. Which link am I gonna use? I use the we'll use the YouTube one. That seems good. And we'll just throw the Facebook hashtag on there so it goes out. All right, so that tweet's gone out. Hopefully people will pop on. So what I had done for Monday's stream was I had recorded my prep for the broadcast system that I would be running at the graduation. And it's just the basics. So I didn't get too terribly deep into some of the custom routing that I wound up doing or things like that. But I thought it'd be good to show, because I remember when I was earlier in my career, having to prep for shows and stuff, I didn't have anybody to watch do this process. So I've made a number of mistakes myself, trying to figure out how to properly prep for a show and remember things. And I still make mistakes, and you'll probably see a few of those in the video that I catch. Maybe you'll catch some that I don't catch. It's all part of the process and the journey. But I thought it would be good to go ahead and send that, record that so that I could play it on Monday for you guys. And unfortunately, as luck would have it, some things went down while I was in Phoenix that restricted us from actually firing the video out for you guys from the streaming machine. It was almost unfortunate, but it turned out to be quite an adventure, and we had a lot of fun regardless. So I guess that at the end of the day, that's what matters, is finding joy in everything, or as much joy as you can in every random situation. So what I have for you tonight is I have that video, which I will be playing. It's about an hour and a half long. So hopefully you'll be able to. What I may do is I may actually switch it to a loop. Let me just switch over here so that I can correct the properties on that. This one here. I'm going to switch it to loop so that some people can catch it on the runaround, and then I'll stop it later on tonight so that in case you miss anything, it will loop back again. Of course, you can always scroll backwards in the timeline on YouTube and I think on Facebook. Hey, Noakpor, I don't know how much you heard. Oh, okay. So I think maybe you did hear it. So we're just gonna be going over some basic workflow and approach to prepping your console shows and things like that. So it'll be good. Hopefully it's helpful. I really try to make sure that everything I provide for you guys on here is helpful. Like I did last time I had something to play, please go ahead and post any questions, either in the comments or in a direct message to me, and I will try to answer them directly in that particular forum, or I will cover them on we're on Wednesday, so I'll cover them on Friday's stream. But again, I'm really excited because while I was in Phoenix, I did get to record a drum setup and a drum tuning, some examples. So I've got all that footage. I just need to chop it down a little bit. I'm going to try to do some of that this weekend. And the microphones, we didn't have any good audio capture setup for that, but we didn't really need it for that. I have some of the audio captured, so hopefully we can use some of that just to show you what the natural acoustic sound of the drums was like before we tuned them and after. But I'll do some voiceover so I can clearly explain what what I'm doing in the video is showing. I'm really excited for that. I had a professional camera guy helping me out with that, so hopefully that turns out good. We had about 2 hours to get it done, so we tried our best. In the future, I'm going to be expanding that a little bit more into mic selections and things like that, so we'll actually have real audio set up to go A/B some stuff. And yeah, so also I think tomorrow night I'm going to go and pre-record a short video talking about just some common stuff that come up. Like right now I'm talking on one of the groups, I think it's the CSMT group, with a guy about Beta 52, and it's a constant back and forth about that. Everybody's got their own mic preference and whatever, and he brought up a really good point about the low end, so I'm going to actually go through and explain some stuff about that low end, or why that mic is good and why that low end is good, or may not be good, but I think that will be a fun thing to do. Let's see what time we are here. So we're at 5:38. Took a minute for the announcements and everything to get out. So I think what we'll do now is we will roll into this session that I recorded. What I'll do is let me copy this microphone input. Dooby-dooby-doo. Where is it? Mic. Let me copy that and let me put it into the scene for the video, just so when we go into it, I can cut the video's audio for a second and correct anything, because you'll notice that I mentioned that I think that I'm streaming this on Monday and it's actually Wednesday, so that's the thing. All right, let me get out of the studio mode. I actually like OBS. I'm enjoying its workflow here, but all right, without further ado, let me let's switch over to the video and see if we can get this thing rolling. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. This is not live actually right now. I am actually physically in Phoenix, doing broadcast audio for the Hillsong College United States, or Hillsong College USA, graduation. This is their first ever graduation, so it's pretty exciting to get to be a part of that. Yeah, so in here you can see that I am actually talking about how I'm streaming this on Monday, but it's actually Wednesday. So that's what that's for. That's why I put a little bit of an image, a text on screen there. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and yeah, drop me your comments and your questions in the DM, or DM me your questions, or put them in the comments, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. Enjoy this broadcast that I'm be mixing tonight in real life. I thought I would record the process a little bit so you could sort of get your head around how you would prepare going in to a gig, or to prepare for a live stream or something. This is what we would consider prior preparation prevents poor performance. So this is my process and what I do. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the mix rig, and hopefully that happens when I do this. Boom. Okay, so you guys should be seeing my screen now. What I'll do real quick is just verify on the other screen. Okay, yep, you are. Wait, let me flip back. Cool. Sorry, I don't mean to make too much noise with this mic. All right, so what we're looking at here is where I've pulled up the input list that they sent me, as what they currently have set up for their consoles. They have told me that they will be providing me a Midas Pro 1 to be running the stream on. So I have pulled down the Midas Pro 1 offline editor, the current version, because they have told me that they're I verified that the firmware for the console was current. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my input list, and I'm going to start building my patch before anything else. So those of you that are familiar with Midas will know that Midas works in, let me go over to files. It has show files, and it has scenes. So the first thing I need to do is I need to go ahead and save a new show, create a new show file, right? So I did that by hitting the save button. I'm in the offline editor again. And what I'm going to call this one is, we'll call this for Hillsong International Leadership College. We'll call it 2020 grad BA for broadcast audio. Cool. Okay, so now I am presented with the default scenes for basically everything empty and a safe scene. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit save first. Oh, it's going to tell me that I need no scene, so I'm going to need to save one scene. So first, what I'm going to do is I'll go to preferences, and I'll explain what I'm doing. So in preferences, over in, let me find it if I can remember where it is. There it is. We have a few things. So we have default preferences and default global. So we're going to go ahead and hit this one. Yep, and we're going to hit default globals. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to files. I need